on.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
And action.
Once upon a time, there were two brothers, and on their way home from school one day, they found a confused-looking donkey, wandering aimlessly around in the street. They both felt sorry for the donkey, so they took him home to meet their mum, Eileen. Eileen made them all dinner of some exotic people food the donkey didn't recognise. Sadly, the donkey thought he was being poisoned, but he ate it anyway because he was terrified of Eileen. Once when they'd been drinking magic potion, he swore in front of her and then wouldn't come round the house for 3 weeks. After dinner, they decided that the reason the donkey could eat no food other than margarita pizza was that he was really a real boy who had been cursed by a wizard. They decided that the best thing to do was to drink some magic potion. So they drank lots of magic potion, and in the morning they felt terrible. They couldn't remember much, but Donkey's ears were smaller. His nose was the same size, but his ears were smaller. So it was decided they would drink lots of magic potion as often as possible, and so they did for many years. They drank so much magic potion that sometimes they ran out of money and had to nick magic potion off Donkey's dad. Sorry, Lloyd. Occasionally, Donkey would bring his little sister out to drink magic potion, and they all made jokes about her bum. And sometimes they wanted to drink so much magic potion that the only way they could get away with it was to go camping. Once, while they were camping, Donkey drank so much magic potion he needed to poo. But the toilets were closed and he had to use a litter bin or one of his emergency donkey socks. This went on for many years. And as time passed, the donkey slowly started to turn into a real boy. His ears shrunk and the curly, uncontrollable mop on top of his head gradually started to disappear. His nose, however, stayed just the same. His confidence grew and he decided he would go out into the world on his own. One of the brothers was very clever, so he decided the best way he could help Donkey was to go and train to be a wizard. So that he could find a cure for the curse. So this left the simple brother at home to care for him. Donkey joined a band with some other donkeys. But Donkey wasn't very good at music, and he couldn't play a musical instrument, so he played bass instead. They played donkey music all over the country, and sometimes the simple brother carried their gear for them. But this wasn't enough for Donkey, and he got himself a pub where he and the simple brother drank so much magic potion that he went way past real boy. All his hair fell out, and he ended up living in a cave biting the heads off fish. Until he decided to chase 4 little blokes across Middle Earth, trying to nick their ring. Now you may think that Gollum died at the end of that film, after Sam pushed him into the lava, but that was all Hollywood lies. As he was falling, the clever brother, who was now a fully trained wizard, swooped in on his BMW Z4 and he smartened the donkey up a bit, proving you can polish a turd. And told Donkey that he proposed to a beautiful princess at wizard school. He will have a little sister. At the wedding, Donkey used his best chat-up line. "Excuse me, madam, but does this tissue smell of chloroform?" And whisked the young princess off into the night when he thought no one was looking. The simple brother noticed they had gone and took a great deal of piss out of Donkey at breakfast in the morning. Whilst he claimed he got locked out of the castle and had to sleep on the princess's chamber. The king was most upset and had a little cry. He'd have cried more if he knew we'd end up here. Donkey decided he wanted to marry the young princess, so he read Marriage for Dummies by Tom Cruise and promptly took her prisoner and locked her up in a tower. However, just like the brothers, the princess felt sorry for the donkey and fell in love with him. They were married immediately, and their love cured the donkey forever, and at last he was a real boy. And despite the fact he never did shift that nose,
Becky, I'm sure everybody would agree that you've done an excellent job organising today. I know you've put a huge amount of effort into planning and organising everything, and I hope the end result is exactly what you hope for. I also know there's an itinerary made for today with such precision it would make the British Army sweat. So in fear of the consequences should we overrun our slot, it's probably time we should wind things up.
Have you got the list, Becky?
We've got a few more minutes. On behalf of both of us, I'd like to thank James. It really has been a great honour being your best man today. I would say that you're more like a brother to me than a friend, but now that's actually true. And so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to stand and raise your glasses in a toast to James and Becky, the new Mr. and Mrs. Cooke. We all wish them well for the future and hope they enjoy a long and happy marriage together. To Becky and James.
to Becky and James.
Before you go, Dylan,